right. Welcome, everyone. The Horse Center Monday Night Show. We are here with my co-host at Swiss Army Sean, and we are so happy to have multiple graded stakes winning jockey Luis Saez. Welcome, Luis. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us on a Monday night. I know it's got to be super crazy for you to sit down and have a moment to talk. So thank you.
Problem.
So, everybody knows you to see the highlight moments right now. You're, at Gulfstream Park. You're winning the big races. But let's tell the fans how you got started. What brought you to horses? How did you? What was the moment that you decided you wanted to be a jockey?
Well, I decided to be a jockey when I was in Panama. I was working. I was in the radio, and they sound pretty fun. So I just wanna be. I wanna know about the races more. So I decided to go to the racetrack in Panama, and that's when I was start out there.
And how old were you? Were you a kid?
I was a kid. I was like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah. And so it didn't just kick off at Gulfstream Park. You weren't just winning all these, graded stake races. Walk us through a little bit of the start of your career and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, well, I went to the jockey school Lafitte Pincay in Panama, and the Presidente Ramon. And then I was there learning for 2 years. After that, I rode over there for like 3 months, and then I had lucky to get my papers, my visa, and come over here. And then and that time, well, it was pretty tough to come over here. So I that's why I said I was pretty lucky to
Right.
be here. And then I started like it was like 2010. I think. We started in Calder and then Gulfstream, and well, after that, now we're here.
And you kind of made Gulfstream home, right? I see you travel kind of up through the East Coast, sometimes riding in Naira, but you're back at the championship meet at Gulfstream, and you seem like that's where home is. Is that kind of your main base now?
Yeah, definitely. This is home. My family here. My home here. This is the place where I came from when I started. So this is home. This is my
Yeah, and the
place.
weather's good, right?
Yeah, the weather the same like my country, so it's feel like we're there. So we're pretty
We,
happy.
my husband and I recently moved north, and I'm having a really hard time with the weather. We just booked a flight to come down in a few weeks because I'm like, we just need some Florida sunshine. It's tough. So yeah, you're definitely living where you need to be. We have a comment already coming in from a fan. Lloyd Green was waiting all day for this. Luis, one of my favorites, mine as well. So you came in, you got your visa, you started working. Was it kind of instant success for you, or did you have trials and tribulations of trying to, Gulfstream and Calder, that they're not easy meets, even when it wasn't, the championship meet that didn't
Yeah.
come in.
It, wa- yeah, it was pretty tough. When I started here, it was tough. I take a couple months to win a race. And yeah, I remember I had my agent Peter Wright. He picked me on the airport. We start working, and by that time I don't really know anything about the language, and it was tough for me. And but then after that we start working pretty hard. I win my first race, and then I show my talent, and people wanna give me more opportunities. So that's how we start. And then Gulfstream, I remember the first time I run Gulfstream the first year, I win like 6, 7 races in the meet. It was pretty tough.
Yeah, wow. I know all about that. Gulfstream can be brutal.
Yeah.
So, Luis, you said about English. We've had some crazy stories on how people learned English. How did you learn the language?
Yeah, well, I learned on the track, the free, here home with my wife. She teach me a lot. I learn a lot from Dora, the cartoon.
Okay,
And
Dora.
Yeah.
Dora. Yes,
So, we,
yes. And
so
I
we've had a
learned Spanish.
SpongeBob, and now we have a Dora.
yeah, but that's what I learned a lot from the cartoon, and
I
that's how
love
I learned. But because I'm not really I don't know everything in English, but I can defend myself.
Yeah, you speak very well. I wasn't sure. I've talked back and forth with your wife for a while now. I love her to pieces. What a great woman she is.
And
But I wasn't sure. I had never spoken to you myself, and I did ask. I said, do I need to get him a translator because I wasn't sure. But yeah, you speak great. So the track does wonderful things for English lessons.
learn a lot in the track with everything in the track.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's another one of my questions. You've always been a solid jockey. You've always been 14, 15%. And then, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, all of a sudden you became one of the best. So talk about that switch, how you went from, you were kind of under the radar, always good, always solid. I lost my value betting on you because I always liked betting on you, and now I don't get the odds that I once did. But talk about how that switch from now you're one of the top, and we say about English, every time NYRA is on, you're always getting interviewed now.
Yes. Well, when my earnings come out because I have another agent too, and we moving to New York, Kentucky, and working pretty hard all the time, waking pretty early, checking everybody in the morning, and I don't know, just try to look for the horses and try to get a nice horses. And well, we have pretty successful year. Thanks God, all this year we've been riding pretty nice horses, and man, we're pretty grateful. Thanks God, and the hard work from my agent and owners, trainers, everybody. They being in this sport. It's been pretty great for us.
Yeah, you just went on a stellar 3-year-old Tappet Trice that I'm watching on the road for the run to the Derby. What do you think? Tell us a little bit about that up and coming star.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice horse. Well, we have nice horses. That's great. Have a nice horses for the Derby. But that horse is very special. We just hope he maintain his, I don't know, his talent, and
Going up, right?
he's one of the best one.
Yeah, I
Yes.
liked him. He won impressively the other day at Gulfstream. I was like, that's the one to watch right there. Possibly a new Kentucky Derby winner. If all goes right, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's what we're looking for every year. Look for the Derby winner.
So
Well,
on the talk of that, let's talk about when you won the Belmont in 2021 and on Essential Quality. That is just to run in one of those races, let alone win a leg, is some riders' dreams. So tell us about that moment. I mean, that had to feel amazing. I can't imagine.
Jesus, that was pretty. Yeah, like you said, very good feeling, unbelievable. My favorite part because my wife was there, my daughter was there, everybody there, my family. And when I rode Essential Quality in that day, he really showed how good he was, and that was pretty impressed. I love that race. It was great. That was pretty exciting.
When you pulled up and realized that you guys won, was it like I mean, I just can't even imagine that feeling of adrenaline mixed with emotion, mixed with holy crap, did I just win? Like, did you ever have that? I mean, I'm sure now it's kind of a normal thing when you win a big race, right? But
Well, yeah, it's kind of a little normal, but first time where you never, because I never imagined riding those big races. I never think I'm gonna get there, But now that we win those big races, it's something very special for us, and it's like a dream come true. Very exciting.
absolutely, you're living the dream.
Thanks.
but
Yes.
now you're visioning that Kentucky Derby win, right? Because I know it's got to be right there around the corner, right?
Yeah, we trying to look for the horse, and
Telling you, tap it, Trice. That's the horse. That's gonna fit. I like that horse. I really do. I think he's gonna
yeah,
make it.
he's a very special horse. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very nice. We hope all the best for him, and hopefully we run in the Derby.
What?
Was there like sorry, Sean, was there like a moment where like Sean kind of asked, where you were kind of under the radar and then you pivoted and started really riding for some of these top guys? Was it a horse? was it an opportunity that a barn gave you that kind of really gave you that leverage? What was it where you went from being like, okay, I'm riding, but I'm not great, and then all of a sudden it just took off? What was it? Was it one horse or was it a barn?
Well, it was horses. I have lucky when I start riding maximum security. That horse made me a lot of owners and trainer give me more opportunities because we win so many big races with him, and well, people give me more opportunities, and of course my agent hard work too. He worked pretty hard. He tries always put me in the best one, so I give him a lot of credit to him.
Well, and kudos to you for mentioning him already 3 times in this segment, because I hear a lot of agents tell me, you never hear about us. I mean, the riders don't talk about us. So that's awesome. Just shows what kind of guy you are. They play a big part, right? They definitely play a big part in helping you succeed.
Definitely, that's one of the key to to be successful, because if you don't have a guy to look every day for the horses and pick the horses, it's not gonna be the same. So
His
yeah, I
job,
give credit to my agent. He's
his,
a work.
his job's kind of become easy now, right? Nobody has to say anything. Hey, put Luis Saez on my horse. Everybody's like, okay, let's do it, right?
I don't know about that, but sometimes it's a little tough when he has to decide pick horses when he has 2 or 3. I bet it's not easy, but geez, I just
And then
let
you're also in
up.
there with the other great guys too. So let's not forget, you're riding against IRAD. You're riding against, some of the other greats. So it's probably still, a good competition in there, see who's securing mounts. We have a comment from Sean Nolan. Have met Luis many times and one of the nicest people you will meet, always smiling, winning, hasn't changed him a beat. And then we've got one from Chris. Mystic Guide was another one of my favorites. Luis rode. What a huge win in the Dubai World Cup. Tell us about that. The Dubai World Cup. Oh my gosh, what a dream, right? I lurk on social media and I watch your wife's experiences. So I live vicariously through that right now.
Yeah, the Dubai World Cup was something big. It was something that I never imagined to fly out there and ride a horse for Mr. Che Mohammed and win the race. It was something that I don't know. Of course, it was my dream, but I never thought we're gonna, be there, because it's pretty tough to find the horse and then ride the race, and got lucky to be in the right spot, right position, and just come to the top of the stretch and win the race. It's unbelievable. So
Wow.
it
When
was
you got the call to go, do you remember that moment when your agent called and said, hey, they want you to go to Dubai? Tell us about that. What was your reaction?
yeah, I was pretty excited, but a little nervous too, because it was a place that I never been, and when I get there, it was like, geez, what kind of place is this? Something beautiful, different, and the track, the people, it was, and then win the race, it was unbelievable. I'm pretty grateful.
Unbelievable. Absolutely. I can't imagine. What a dream. Grandma horse racing. Is it easier to ride a horse stretching out or a horse going route to sprint, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Every horse is different. Some horses they like to run free. Some horses like to be covered up. Just different, So many, so different horses.
So that one viewer already touched on Mystic Guide. I was going to say the list of horses that you have ridden. Can you talk a little bit about them? So you've had Maximum Security, Mystic Guide, Essential Quality, Will Take Charge, Art Collector, who just won at Gulfstream, Bravzazo, Ganavera, Grand Arch, Secret Oath. I mean, talk about some of these horses.
Secret, oh, what a special feeling. Jeez, magnificent feeling. Very good feeling. Grand Arch, good horse.
Tell us about Art Collector at Charlestown. You shipped into my hometown and stole the money. How about that?
Wow, our collector have a big heart, that horse. He always tries so hard. And
are you looking to come back this year to the bull ring for the classic if you get the right mount?
Yeah, if I got a mount, of course I'm gonna be back. I love that place. I love the people, the fans. I love everybody there.
That's awesome. That's so great to hear.
pretty nice. Everybody's pretty nice there. They're lovely people.
So my husband's commenting, Andre Ramjeet, always was a pleasure riding with Luis at Gulfstream. Learned a lot from him just watching him ride. Amazing rider and great person. And on that, I do want to give you a thank you personally. I know my husband did about a year and a half ago. Your family donated to our daughter when she was going through her open heart surgery. And that was extremely trying time for us as a whole before we got the chance to move away and where he could go ride and be competitive. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. That was the first impression I ever got of you. And that just, thank you. I know he thanked you, but I wanted to thank you. So
Oh, no problem. Thanks, God. Thank you.
I love that
For me, it was a pleasure.
You're a family man. You know, I watched your girls on your wife's Instagram, and it seems like they're your world. I also see that you guys have a horse. So tell us about that. Are you ready for the moment that one of your girls looks at you and says, "Dad, I want to ride a racehorse"?
Oh my God, I hope not. I hope not, but yeah, we have a pony, two horses, and they love it. They always ride it, and yeah, sometimes when it's my day off, we go there on the farm and we spend time with them, and they love it. They really love. They love to spend time with the horses. So.
And they love watching Dad ride. That could be that could be a combination that, you know, one day Dad can feel how it feels to go fast.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Would you support it if they really wanted to do it? Would you support them?
Of course, I support my babies and anything they want.
I love that.
That's why we live for, you know.
So we have a question here from Ryan Tripp. What is your favorite type of race? 6 furlongs, a mile? Do you prefer the turf or like the dirt? What's your ideal race setup?
Well, I love the 5 furlong in the turf of the horse pretty fast. A good feeling. Really fast, Ray. You feel like the horse going flying. So.
Well, that would explain why you like a bull ring too.
and I like in the dirt. I like the dirt, the long races with horse that come from behind. And I don't know, when you came in the 3A and you behind some horses and you have that feeling that you have so much horse that you're gonna win the race. That's a feeling that I can't explain. It's something pretty exciting.
Tell us about the Tapeta. How do you take to that at Gulfstream? Could you compare one? You know, is it more turf-like, more dirt-like? How does it hold?
It's a little bit like turf, but not the same. I don't know if a lot of jockeys love it, but I'm okay with the Tapeta, but I prefer the turf better. But it's okay. I don't know. I feel like the horses, when they make the move, they don't run away. They kind of stay in one pace. So it's a little difficult.
Lags a little, like, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying so hard and they stay in the same kind of move. But well, that's the way it is. So we have to deal with it.
What makes you so good with speed horses and out of the gate? What do you have that you do there that somebody else might not do?
Well, I don't know. I just trying to stay quieter in the gate and not trying to move my horse so he can be concentrated to break from there pretty quick. And I don't know, behind the gate when before the race I try to loosen him up, jogging a lot so he can loosen him up, and when he there he break from there pretty fast.
Another horse.
Yeah, sometimes in the reins too. You have to have the rein a kind of different than the so many riders. Some of the riders grab the rein a little bit too tight. Some other rider too long. But I just trying to give him that space so the horse can break from there and run free from there.
Another horse you ran Saturday, maybe your Kentucky Oaks horse, Red Carpet Ready. Talk about that horse a little bit.
Oh my God, that's a very good filly. Yes, I wore that filly a couple weeks ago, and I was in love with her. I told my agent she's very special, and yeah, she proved last Saturday. She ran so big. It was a big race. Very, very special filly.
Have you ever had a starstruck moment coming in as a rider? Was there any other jockeys or horses that you saw for the first time or met and just were kind of starstruck, like a fan?
Excuse me, what are you saying?
Were there any moments where you were starstruck by other riders, like you saw maybe somebody you looked up to that you met for a first time, or a horse that you got to see or ride for the first time that you were like, oh my gosh, this is a superstar?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, a lot of horses. Like Charget. I don't remember if you guys see the race
Yes.
yesterday.
Yes.
I remember when I rode that horse first time out, and Mr. Top Barn, and I told my agent I think he's gonna be the Derby winner, and he was a little bit green, babies how sometimes they act. In the Florida Derby, he was a little bit green. He tried to lay in, but I know when he be more old, he's gonna be better. So
Right.
he come back yesterday. He come back pretty impressed, and I
Better
think
than ever.
yes, I think he have a big future. The horse. I remember I picked that horse when he was a baby. We know he's gonna be very special.
And I like giving them time. I believe in that. I feel like older horses, can come out and prove so much. I think if people have a little bit of patience with some of these younger horses as they grow, they can give out a lot more, right? Do you agree?
Definitely, 100%.
So we have a question here. Have you ever rode quarter horses?
No,
No.
no, I never rode quarter horses. No,
Would you do it for the experience ever? They're fast.
they're pretty fast. I love to be in one day. I love to.
So
But,
tell us a little bit about going back home. I see that you guys go home off, you visit Panama. What's the support like there from your country for you and horse racing in general?
oh, it's pretty nice. We have a place in Panama. All my family, my dad, my mom is in Panama, and and give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We all have kids. It's okay.
Yeah, this happens to you and I all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Kids can't wait.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes, yeah, my family there, and we have a lot of support from my family and a lot of people in Panama. A lot of people know us, and they're pretty happy that we doing great over here, and that's magnificent. So they make us feel pretty nice.
I love it. I saw some videos, I think, of the place out there, and it looks beautiful. It looks
Oh, yeah,
absolutely beautiful.
yeah, we love it. We love that.
Does Luis have a message for younger jockeys?
Oh yeah, definitely, of course.
What would you say to somebody coming in? We talk about mental health a lot now with the passing of the young Avery, and just a lot of the struggles that some of these riders are going through to get to be able to ride. I think a lot of people are unaware. So, what would you tell someone who's coming into the game young, uneducated, and wanting to do what you do?
Yeah, well, I just gonna tell the youngest rider when they're gonna start. Some jockeys they don't have it easy. Some jockeys they have a little luck that people help them. But those kind of jockeys they don't got so many good mounts like good horses and starting. They're gonna have a lot of people. They're gonna tell them bad stuff. Just don't listen. Just keep your head up and try to work pretty hard. And if you really love this, just do it. Do it. Don't give up. Keep your head up and don't listen to the people because they're gonna have a lot of people. They're gonna trying to make you feel bad. And they happen to me. They happen to everybody. And we just try to ignore it and keep my the head straight and work pretty hard.
And social media definitely makes that a lot harder now, right? When you came into the game, I think it was just kind of kicking off where Facebook was picking up as a thing, but it wasn't as it is today, where every race you ride is being critiqued on Twitter, or somebody's saying, you're amazing, but then you look the other way and you're seeing something horrible about yourself. So how do you manage? Do you just kind of detach? You don't get involved with the social media stuff, or how do you keep your head straight and not be affected by that negative trash talking?
Because I don't know. I just believe in myself. I believe in God, and I don't care what those people have to say. I just keep my hair straight, and you know, we have to live with this right now because that's how it is. The social media is being pretty crazy with this thing, and sometimes I look my social media. I see a lot of people comment and sending texts, pretty bad texts, but I don't mind. I just delete it, and I don't really care about that.
That's good. And nobody should. I mean, if they're most of the people typing bad things behind a keyboard usually don't even have a photo on the picture, right? They have a cartoon or something. They don't have a real name or something crazy.
Yes, just don't listen to them. Don't pay attention. Just keep you believe in yourself. Believe in your talent and try to be better.
Absolutely. Ryan, with another question. You had a great Saratoga meet last year, and do you look forward to a particular racetrack that you're more comfortable riding at? Like, what is your favorite track?
Well, I love Saratoga. I love Gulfstream. I love Keeneland. That's my well. I love Belmont too. That's but I really like Saratoga. Saratoga is like the place that everybody wanna be. Pretty tough meet, a lot of competition, good horses, good rider, trainers, everybody. So that's the place
And
for
the
me.
vibe just seems so much fun up there. I haven't been able, I'm hoping I can get up there this year, but I mean, it just seems like such a cool experience.
Definitely, it's pretty cool experience. Yeah.
So, so I was at Saratoga for the first time this summer, and I'll ask you, Luis. It seems like some jockeys, maybe younger jockeys, they got to fall into that crowd and party atmosphere that they might not be able to focus all on the track. Do you find that to be the case?
Yeah, well, in Saratoga, yeah, definitely is a lot of fans. People really out there. They love the racing, and I don't know. It's like everybody wanna be there, you know. In Saratoga, when you listen the crowd, the big races, everybody screaming. It's like almost every day. So it's like every day have a big deal out there. So it make you feel pretty nice. Really, it's
Yeah.
a place to be.
What an
That's another question. I never really thought of it asking any other guests, but I ask you. So when you're at Saratoga or you're at Gulfstream now or you're in New York, when you go out and you're not the jockey Luis Saez, you're just the person, do people notice you and come up to you?
Oh yes, a lot of people. Yes,
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, sometime now in the street, everywhere, in the gas station. A lot of people they know us and everywhere. But that's good. That's
that's
fine. Make me
cool.
feel nice. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And we talk about that, about how jockeys, because and on a little more serious note, we've discussed things that we feel that need to be changed across the board for riders, as is when you ship out from Gulfstream to, say, a smaller track, regardless of the price of the race that you're riding. Some of the things that you might have, say, at Gulfstream, you don't have at those other places that you're shipping to. So with that being said, would you like to see in the future like an even standard of care for the jockeys in all rooms? So what you have at Gulfstream, they should have everywhere.
Yeah.
Equipment wise, all that.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, it should be pretty nice. Yeah, in other places too. Some tracks, you know, like you said, they are a little cheap, but the main thing is the sport, the love for the racing, the horses, and that's the only for me. Is that's the everything that matter, you know.
As long as you get to ride, right?
Yes, yes,
I
be
love that.
be and tough with the horses, and together. That's my thing because I don't really care about horses and how more I know the track have. I just love to be involved with the horses.
I love that.
Yeah.
Are there some tracks though, and don't name the tracks, but are there some tracks you're like, you show up to ride and you're like, I'm out of here. Like this is not even close to all the other tracks.
Well, I can tell you that when it's bad weather, like really cold, I'm not familiar with the cold. I don't like that.
Oh my gosh, I so know the feeling right now. Poor
Yeah.
Andre was working, and the other morning it was like 13 degrees. And
Jeez.
I texted him to check on him, just to literally see how he was doing in the cold. He was like, I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
It's not easy.
I can't. These guys out here that work in the cold, it's brutal. You know, it's a tough sport as is, but then when you're working in 0 degrees, it's
Pretty tough. I take my hat with those guys, and jockeys and trainers, exercise boys. It's
yeah,
pretty tough. That's
it,
tough.
it is. So, grandma horse racing, do you spend time with fans?
Um, well, I don't know. After, like, they mean like after the races or
Yeah,
between
well, I
races?
mean, I don't think you hang out with them after the races, but I'm sure you hand off goggles, or if somebody asks for an autograph, you'll take a
Yeah,
picture.
definitely. Definitely. If a friend came to me, want a pictures or a sign or a goggle, it's fine. No, of course, definitely.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And really, we so grateful to have those kind of people and fans. They really look for us, and it's a pleasure for us to share those moments.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you my first experience at Gulfstream. I was a fish out of water. I was there watching Andre ride, and I've been around horse racing my whole life. I grew up in it, but I've never been such a caliber. And I was there during the championship meet, I think maybe 2 years ago, and I was starstruck. I was, oh my gosh, that's so and so. That's so and so. It's so pretty here. Look at all the, it was just like I had never seen such. It was just the love of the horse. I felt that there, even on the backside, the way they have things set up. I just, what a pretty place, man.
Yeah,
I was speechless. So,
so
Grandma Horse Racing comes in again. I wish we could get Luis caliber jockeys in smaller tracks for the boost and recognition. So that's something we talk about, is how
yeah,
horse racing should be recognized more than just on the Derby and the Breeders' Cup. You know, we got the NFL and NBA and all that all the time, and we have TVG, but I mean, like, it's not promoted daily, right? Wouldn't that be, that would be amazing if we did things like we do every, for the big races twice a year. Can you imagine the fans? A lot of people, especially with the show, are learning, and they're getting interested because they didn't know. That's
yeah.
why we're doing this.
Definitely, yes. They should be more interesting. Definitely good for the sport and for all of us that we really love the sport and we love doing what we're doing.
We need more young people to fall in love with it, so we have more
Yeah,
youths coming up, right?
definitely.
more young riders. Luis come right up and took pictures with us at Saratoga. Awesome guy. Well, that is awesome. We love to hear that.
Yeah, so that's fine. That's a pleasure for me.
So how does your family and friends over at Panama watch? Do they watch on the internet, or what do they do?
YouTube Live. They have now almost every track they have the YouTube. They watch the races live. They like YouTube. That's how my dad, my mom see the races, and they know everything being happen over here.
Well, that's amazing. Have you gotten to bring them over? Have they been able to watch you ride at all in the States yet?
Yes, definitely. My mom went to Saratoga 2 years ago.
Oh, how amazing.
Yes, and my dad been here too in the Florida Derby. And we won the Florida Derby with maximum security. My family was there. First time I came here. Yeah.
Oh wow, that is awesome. That had to be so special for you. Your girls and your wife, they get to travel with you a lot when you ship out, right?
Yes. So, sometimes depend if I'm going for one day, then not. But if I stay there for more than 2 or 3 days, sometimes they go with me.
And how do you balance that, dad and jockey, out of town? When you have to go out of town and then you have your children and you're there for work, is it a struggle to balance, or you guys kind of have a good routine when it's time for dad to go to work out of town? They know the deal.
Yeah, they know the deal. Well, my little one, they miss me a lot, and I miss her a lot. But she understand. We told her we're gonna ride horses, and she get excited. So.
Oh, I love that. We have a comment from Sean Nolan. Love the Oscar performance. Philly red carpet ready. What a future. Yes, we talked about that. He really, really liked her. And then we have Sean, lights, camera, and action. They seem to know. And then one from Ryan with the Kentucky Derby drawing closer. Is there a particular horse that you want to ride in the Derby? We're
They have
hoping, right?
they have so many. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a
Just
couple.
just be thankful for the mount. I guarantee
Yeah.
you, just be thankful for the mount.
Well, that's a good question though for fans too. Is now say you have a choice of 4 or 5. Do you sit down with your agent and you and your agent pick? Does your agent pick? Do you pick? How does that happen?
Yeah, well, sometimes we sit with my agent and we pick. We have to see how the horse is doing, if they don't have no issues, or how how they doing. And sometimes it's pretty tough because so
Uh,
many good ones, and you really don't know what horse to pick. But yeah, sometimes we sit and talk about the horses.
on
Have you
that
all
subject, have you ever? Sorry, Julie. On that subject, have you ever picked the wrong horse and kind of got beat by the horse that you could have been riding?
Yeah, sometimes.
Have you ever had a moment where you tell your agent, no, I want to ride the other one?
Oh yes, that
And
one.
were you wrong or right most of the time?
Sometimes we ride, sometimes I'm right. And sometimes I don't know what to say. I just let him to to do the decision.
It's
My
one of those
husband
of you.
is commenting, just throw my name in the mix. Maybe I can pick one up. LOL. Listen, yeah, we'll be there to catch it.
Yeah, so many. Yes. So
Let's see. You have a comment from Joseph. The other day I ride 1-7. I've seen you have many big days. How awesome does that feel?
oh, it feels great. I remember I win 7 races and go string twice in one meet, and now it's a big feeling. It's something unbelievable. You never
Yeah.
expect to win so many races in one day.
When you go back to the room, are you just kind of like, I just won another one? Like, what? Are you ever just stunned? Like, is this really happening? Is this real?
Yes, it feel like unreal. It feel like, geez, everything came out so perfect that day. Every horse is running great, very good, no trouble. Or sometimes you have trouble in the race, but the horse come back running and they win the race. It's like a little unbelievable.
Well, you won the first 3 races yesterday on the card, so you were kind of in that zone after winning 3 Saturday too.
Yeah,
He's on
yeah,
fire. He's
yeah,
hot.
it's pretty good. That's a good. We're doing great, thanks God. Well, we've been riding for good trainers. We're riding good horses too, so we just pretty grateful, really. Thanks God.
Well, I absolutely love to see it. Luis, I am a true fan. I think that you are most deserving of all things that you're getting and all of the great rides. I just love seeing how dedicated you are to your family. I think that you're a true role model for all riders in this industry, young and ones that you're riding with now. And I think that more should, they should look up to people like you. You kind of set the tone. I really appreciate you taking time with us tonight. It's been an honor to have you on, and thank you to your wife because she set it up for me. If it wasn't for her, I don't know if we could have made it happen. But she was solid gold. She was so kind and making sure we could get you on here. So special
Oh,
thank you to
thank
her.
really, yes. She's amazing person. She's unbelievable.
She really is. And we have wrapping up here. Terry says, great guest and interview. Julie and Sean do a wonderful podcast. Thank you, Terry. Well, we have great guests.
Absolutely.
Thank
Without
you.
guests, I have one question before you go, Luis. We ask a lot of jockeys this, and you're one of the top ones, so we're going to ask this. What's your studying? Do you just study the form? When do you start studying, or do you study a lot of video?
I studied before the race, and I don't like to start days before because I don't know, it made me think too much. So I just start like before the race. I watch the replays, and when I go out, I know what happened, and I'm ready to be prepared for anything. So and then sometimes I know the horses. I see a lot of races, and I see horses running. Sometimes when we pick horse, we know the way how they've been running, so we just try to um give all our best. Try to be in the right spot and I don't know, try to win the race.
Awesome. Well, we have lots of thanks coming in. We've got to really enjoyed this show. Thanks, Luis, Julie, and Sean. Lloyd agreed with everything I said about you. He said I couldn't have said it better. And thank you so much, Luis. So we will wrap up. I will let you enjoy the rest of your evening with your beautiful family. Thank you so much. And I hope that we can get you back on to talk about maybe a Derby win later in the year.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you,
But
guys.
if you come to Charlestown this year and the family comes, I definitely want to come out and meet you guys face to face.
Definitely. It's an honor for us.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, Louis, and you have a great night.
Thank you, guys. Yes, you guys. Thank you for everything.
Good night. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I told you before the show, I've always been a big fan. Just the one thing, I could never get him on the show. Thankfully, you were able to accomplish that.
It's the universe. It wasn't for our daughter. I don't know. That was the real connection.
And sometimes too with social media, the jockeys that do a real good job of blocking the social media world out.
Right.
They do such a good job that they don't even pay attention to other stuff because they,
right.
they're only on their first.
Guys don't run their social media.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
guys have media people doing it, so they're not getting any of those messages. But yes, that was a blessing, and I'm so thankful. Thank you, Andrea, for setting that up. So, we got Ryan. That was so cool. I thought that was so cool too, Ryan. I was total fan moment over here. Ed Medina, good luck, Luis, and Sean Nolan. No one rode Juba better than Luis did. One of our personal favorites, and another one from Ryan. Thank you so much for your time and doing this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Great comments and being active. I love it.
And another thing I'll say about jockeys and Hull and Luis, they're so they don't give themselves enough credit. They always give it trainers, that's the word. Trainers, agents, horses. But I got to tell you, as a bettor, I still argue this with Rich today that, jockeys do matter. Horses may win no matter what, maybe. Right. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of jockeys that you can give them a good horse and they're going to run second or third.
If we took those same horses and put non-riders on, I wonder if they'd have the same outcome.
Yeah, I mean,
I would volunteer for that.
Yeah, and it's definitely, and two, I mean, you got when Luis is riding and Irad's riding and they're in a big race, maybe they both have two of the best horses, but either one of them can win. So one's got to ride a better race than the other. I mean, there's so many things, and you can watch races all the time and go, the jockey won the race by making this decision. I mean, look at the Kentucky Derby. Sonny Leone won that race by the ride he had. He didn't have the best horse. It was just a great ride. Mm-hmm. I really think we need to give jockeys more credit for winning the races than even they give themselves, which it's nice that they are so humble. They are not, sometimes in sports, we're talking baseball, basketball, they are very arrogant and people don't like that.
Right.
Horse racing, you don't have that. Not very many jockeys are. They're very, very humble.
And if they are, they usually don't last too long, and that doesn't go far in this industry.
Yeah, I mean, you can see with that whole interview, he's just very humble and just thankful to be where he's at.
Yeah, he's awesome. I'm like just a great guest. I'm truly grateful to be able to host that and to be a part of the platform. I mean, I thought it was a great show, great comments. And why don't you tell everybody what we've got the next 2 nights coming up?
So tomorrow we got trainer Carrie Braun on. She's a Clips Award winning trainer. She does flat, she does regular. She's got training all over. She's a young one too, so that's a name you're going to hear for a while. And then Wednesday, I don't have it up.
Xavier.
The X-Man, Xavier Perez, yes. And I knew that, but, it's one of those.
I know that because we said it, yeah.
Yeah.
The X-Man, yeah. We're excited for him. That'll be a great show, too. So we have a really good lineup this week. Yeah, it's going to be great. Anything else you want to end it with before we get out of here?
We got college basketball going on, so pickswiththeprofessor.com, at Professor Sides Twitter, YouTube, Picks with the Professor. He does shows every day. And then tomorrow, I don't know who will be where. I know Terry and Charles did the show today. I don't know if Rich will be back tomorrow or what, but there will be a daily show tomorrow, Parks Part 2 on Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, with their pick show too. So We got things all over, and I know
Things
Rich is
all
working on
over.
some great things too. So
Yeah, we've got lots of content being edited, get ready to push out on different platforms. You guys need to stay posted on YouTube if you're not subscribed. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. The platform started small, it's building. You guys want to be a part of it. You want to be along for the ride. We have lots of cool stuff coming. So click that follow button, share the videos, share our cool interviews. We love you guys, and we will see you all in the
winner circle.